Hey everybody, this is Lisa. I am coming on to share an actual walkthrough on these two books that I created using the new die that is in my shop, which is the Embellishment book die. So at the time of me filming this, there's only a few left. So I may restock some. It just depends on how many requests I get. But right now, there's just a few left. And when I say few, like 2. So, and I thank everybody who purchased one. I was super, super excited to have them sell the way that they did. So I truly appreciate all of you. Now, this right here is the actual embellishment book for what the die was intended for. And this one is, I made a mini album. So I am just going to do a walkthrough of these two. And then following this, at the end of this video, I will show you how it's put together. I had a few ladies request it, so I will do that, okay? So, the embellishment book. So I just went with a pink lemonade theme. Now this doily die here, it is also new in the shop this month. Really, really pretty. I really like it. So this is the side of the book, and this is the embellishment word that comes, you know, with the die set for the spine. And then that is the back. And we are going to open it up, and I'll share my embellishments. Now, this paper, if anyone is interested, is an Etsy file. So, it is still available. I will link it below, because I just recently purchased this one. So, when you open it up, you have a pocket here. I'll pull these out so you can see the pocket better. So this is the pocket that comes with the die. Really pretty. I just love all of this pink and yellow. So I just put some little wedges there. Everything is put on with some removable dots so they can be used. The bows as well. You just pop them off. And then this is that layering piece for the inner spine. And you can see it again there. And you could put pattern paper, whatever. I just went with the base color. So here is some shakers that I made. Some lemon shakers. And then I just put a little piece of bling there on the leaves. And then over here, this lemon word is actually in my Power Words number 2. So, I think there's like lemon, strawberry, you know, a lot of the spring and summer pies. So, I just used the word lemon. And I just did them up in those pretty colors. I just stuck with basically pink and yellow through this whole project. And here's some different lemon slices that these dies were in my stash. All the lemon dies. So, I don't know like where they came from. Over here, I put a pocket on the back as well. So cute. That's the back. And of course, I always forget to put my ribbon closure under the matting pieces. I always forget. So, this is a tag. This is one of my all-time favorite tags. I just think it's so pretty. So I just kind of made like a little topper out of it. I cut the tag. I used pattern paper, solid paper, and then I just cut another piece and I just cut some of it off to put on the top, and I just stuck my bag under there with some mix, a shaker mix. So cute. So I'm just going to stick this back in here, and I had it like this, and I've got the mix actual coming over the pocket so it can hang. So it can hang like that. So cute. Really cute to put in like an embellishment book. And then this is just a tag made out of scraps. This is a smaller version in that set, tag set. And then here, I just did this tag. And whatever you're doing with this, it could be a swap, Happy Mail entry, or winnings. This format here, I had some gifted to me from Vanetta. She is Doors Girls 9 on Instagram, and I'll link her below. But she sent me some in a swap that we did several years ago, and I fell in love. So I used all of the ones that she sent me. So I just went on and mimicked her idea, totally inspired by her, and I just made me some. And this one, I just sized it down so it can fit on this tag. So if I do any of these with this, then this is ready for me to fill out. So you put it, who it's going to and what it's for. You know, it could be like a challenge entry. You know, when you circle entry, it could just be, you know, Happy Mail, or it could be Happy Mail, and it could be like for the birthday or anything. Then you put the date. So I love it. I love that idea. So Vanetta really, really inspired me for those, because that is just an awesome, awesome thing there. And then I'll put these tags back. So I just have this one here. Like I said, I pieced it together with the paper that I was using. I'm going to put that like that. And then this one, I just made a pocket and then another little tag. So the recipient could, you know, use all of these tags if they decide to do a pink lemonade project. They have a lot of goodies to get them started with whatever they're going to make. Lots of embellishments. And then I always love to put little beads at the end of my ribbons. So cute. And this is some yellow seam binding from my scrap cabin. So that is that one. So that is the embellishment book. And then over here is the mini album. This paper is also an Etsy file, and it is still available. And it is technically for a junk journal. And you guys, if you're interested and you go get it, I'm telling you now, it is a very large file. You have so many papers to choose from. But not just papers. You have like cut apart pages. There's envelopes. I mean, sunflowers. You got your page covers. Oh, it actually has like the pretty hinges. I mean, it's just beautiful. So, very large file. Worth every bit. So, I just did this one right here. I made these flowers with the Heartfelt Creations sunflower dye. Now, this right here, I just printed the sunflower field out, and I fussy cut it 2 times. Looks pretty good from there, but you know, I'm not a fussy cutter, so I did my best. So I haven't tied the ribbon yet because I don't want to mess the pretty satin ribbon up. So when you open it up, what I did here is I put a double pocket. I put a double pocket there, and these are cut aparts that's in the digital file. All of these are, and I just cut them out. Lots of stuff in this file. And then here, I just fussy cut another flower in this little tuck spot so you can put your picture back there. I think that's the only one I did. And then when you open this up, I kind of mimicked the pages, mirrored the pages. And then you open it this way and then this way. So you could put a little photo here and then journal. Or you could cover that up and just have this. Choice is yours. Now, the next one that I make like this, I may put some magnets. But I think it's fine. And then I have this flap here. And then I'll show you how I did that flap. And then back here I have another pocket with some more just papers from the sunflower file. And I just cut them out. So cute. And I did mat them on craft cardstock. And that's how I did the little mini album. So you can take this die and you can make all kinds of flips and flops. You see how I added this page to this one? You could add another one to this one and you could have a accordion. So lots of choices, lots of choices. So that one, I'm just gonna put my ribbon back like this. I don't want to tie it yet until I get through with everything. So if you want to keep watching to see the tutorial, then it's coming up next. Okay, so I am going to get on with the tutorial for these two things. And when I tell you, it is so super easy. I've already got everything cut out and scored. And I will tell you what you need. So, of course, this piece right here, this is your front and back cover. So you will need two. You will need two of these. And then for the embellishment book, you will need the base pages. You will need two of those. And then for the embellishment, pockets are optional. So if you're going to do what I did and put one on the front cover and the back cover, you will need two. So that is that. And then once we put this together, I've got some extra pieces here that I'm going to show you how I finished that one up. So super easy. So all you're going to do, you could use wet glue or you can use score tape. For this video, I am just going to use some wet glue, but I am going to do it correct because when I get through, I'm going to actually use this base. I'm going to find me some pretty paper that will go with this really bright white, and I'm going to make something pretty. So what you do is you're going to butt these two together, but you're going to make sure that you don't go over that score line. See? Because you got to make sure this is going to fold up. And just make sure your two ends are even. Okay? That looks good. And then I'm just going to press down. Okay? So that is that. So that's your front and back. Easy, right? Super easy. So you have these two. Okay? So you're going to do the opposite, okay? You're going to turn one this way, and you're going to turn one this way. Like this. Now this one is going to go, it's going to butt up against that way. This one, you're not going to do it the same direction. You're going to do it the other way, and you're going to butt it up towards the back, okay? So we're going to put these on here. So once again, I'm going to pull this down so I can get started, because you don't want to go over that score line because you want it to fold up like this. But you want to get it like right close to it, but not over it. And then also make sure that the ends line up good. Okay. So we did that side. Now you can, when you fold it over, then you can burnish it down. And then we're going to do this one the same way. The same way, but the opposite way. Make sure there's enough glue on there. Okay, so we're going to do it this way, like this. And we're just going to make sure that we don't go over that score line. I'm going to have to bring it up so I can see. Let me look at it a little bit closer. So there we go. Just like that. And then we're going to press it down. And then when you do that, then you can see that these are even there. And then you can fold it over. If you want to, you can burnish it so it can, pages can turn real easy. So there is the embellishment book right there. So the pocket, how I do the pocket, I always, that's not the pocket, that's for the second one. So I've already got everything scored. So I usually turn these in and then this one on top. So that way when you're sliding something in there, it don't get hung. Like if you do it this way, then it could get hung right there. But if you do it this way, then it should slide down pretty smooth. Hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here. I'm gonna put a little bit here. I'm gonna fold it up. And I usually do this before I start putting the pages in. That way it's dry already when I get ready to lay it down. Okay, and you just give it a little pressing down and it will stick fairly easy. So to put the pocket in, I usually just line it up, just give it like a little, like not even 2 millimeters above the little scalloped pieces. And then it should fit in there perfect. Now, you don't have to put it down here. You don't have to. You can put it right here in the middle. I mean, anything you want to do, you can do it this way. But I'm plain girl, so I'm going to do it the regular way. And I usually just put a lot of glue right there where it goes together. Like right in here. Put some down here. And then we'll line it up. Yep. There. So that's a good spot right there. So now I'm gonna press it down. Press it down real good. It might be a little bit too far over. Go right here on the lines. There we go. The camera's kind of like not directly in front of me, but it's where my head is. So I'm still having to kind of like look down. So there is that pocket. And then if you want to put one on the back, you can do that as well. But for this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a pocket on the back or not. So I don't know if I'm going to put the pocket for this one that I'm making. So I'm going to hold off on that. Now, to make so this is the embellishment book. It's done. So all you got to do is layer your pages, and that's it. So the die comes with a layering piece, which fits this, and it fits the cover. And then you also have a layering piece for this. You have an inner spine layering piece, and then the outer spines. So you can see here, this stitched piece right here, that's your inner spine piece. And then these two are your outer. So you have this one, this base one, stitched piece that you would use if you're not making an embellishment book. But if it's embellishments, you can choose to put the word spine piece. So to do the mini album is super, super easy. So I have these two pieces here. All I do is go in and make sure that the ends are together, and then I glue it right there. Okay? You just glue it right there. So I could turn this one into a mini album. So we're going to go ahead and glue it. And I'm going to tell you, instead of doing it like this, which is how you would do most mini albums, are done this way when you're adding pages. But I'm going to tell you why I'm going to wrap it around. Let me get my glue on there and I'll show you. So if you do it you know, how most are done this way, these are the same size. So it's going to be really tight right here. But if you do it this way, you hold it like this, bring it all the way down, and then when you start to wrap this like this, it's going to lift it just a little bit. You can see how right here it's a little bit lifted. So that way it'll open and close really good. And then your layering piece is going to cover this up. I guess I could do like that a little bit. And then we're going to do the other side. And we're just going to do it the opposite way. There is so many different ways that you can do flips and flops in your album. So once again, I'm going to put it on there. Make sure that my sides are flush. And then when I wrap that around, then it's going to lift it just a hair to get it off of that inside piece there. Okay. And then okay, so we went from embellishment book to mini album. See? Now you could put magnets here if you want to hold it down. And there we go. If you want to open your book like this, but you want this page to come out, all you do is reverse it. Instead of putting it on this side, you'll put it on this side. You could also add another one here, and then you could have an accordion. So that would be fun. So all kinds of things to do. Now, how I did my double pocket. I'm going to show you how I did the double pocket. And I have a piece here. So this is the pocket. This is the die cut of the pocket. So as you can see, all I did is put it in my trimmer and I cut 1 inch off of it. I cut 1 inch off. And then what I did is I just snipped it about 1/4 of an inch up, and then I angled and cut that off. And then I did the same thing over here. Snipped it about 1/4 inch and angled it off. Now, when you put these two, is what you're going to glue down. And then you're going to slide it you're going to stick it in there so far, slide it in there a little bit, and then get it lined up, and then you're going to glue this down, and then you have your double pockets. Now you may have to go, now this one is not really scored that close, so this one was kind of off a little bit, but I have another one here that But this is how you do it. And then you stick that down in there. And then there's your double pocket. But I would layer this piece first. Just cut your layering piece out, cut a little bit off. Now, if you want to have a pocket to where nothing goes all the way through, then you will go ahead and put your layering piece on here. And then you put a little bit of glue here and then on your sides, and then you stick it in there and then glue it down. Now this is over a little bit because I folded it, and this is really thick cardstock, and it kind of didn't fold close enough this way. So that's how you would make a double pocket if you wanted one. I was just trying something out. I don't know if I'll do another double pocket like that. I may want another pocket on a different page. But that is how both of those are put together. Super easy. You could take these dies, and you could put your own twist on your mini album. So that is it. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will have all of my information in the description box. And yeah, so I'm excited to, if you picked up the die and you do play with it, make sure you tag me so I can see what you made and how, what you did with it. I thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.